Good morning. Reverend Mark Tyler, pastor of Mother Bethel AME Church here in the city of Philadelphia. And I want to thank Paula, you for those last comments. We're here today because we don't want to go backwards. That change is always difficult, and casting a new vision, in particular around public safety, is one that's hard for people to imagine. That it's easy to think that if we just simply go lock up all the black and brown boys in the city of Philadelphia, which past administrations have done, that somehow that will make us more safe, when in fact it makes us less safe. The reason so many cases are hard to make today is because of all of those bad experiences that no one wants to deal with law enforcement today, because of the broken trust. So we're here not so much for Larry Krasner, but because of what his vision is and how it coincides with our vision. Movita, listening to you tell your story and to hear about your most recent loss this year of your son in my home state of California, one can only imagine the unbearable loss that you and your family must have. And the fact that he was killed in California also reminds us that violence has no respect to zip code or to state lines, and that the violence that plagues Los Angeles and Oakland, the same violence in Philadelphia and in Camden, has at the root the same issue when it comes to black and brown people. This country is yet to deal with the historic inequity that has created this. For once, I would love to see the media on a Monday morning have these same questions for the Chamber of Commerce. It's not rocket science. If you're the poorest big city in America, you endure a pandemic that shuts down the airport, hotels, rental car agencies, a lot of the places that hourly workers in this city worked, and they were already underpaid to begin with. Is it a surprise that a year later, people are seeing a spike in carjackings, gunpoint robberies? This is not just an issue for the police or for the DA's office. They certainly have their role. But the people who control wages in this city need to be held accountable and need to answer why we can't have a $15, at least a $15 minimum wage, which by all accounts would still not give you a living wage, but at least to get us up from the bare bones that we have today. And so if we want to talk about real public safety, we need to talk about holding everybody accountable. What we witness today is the result of what has happened of years of disinvestment. And when you cut people out of the American dream, you have to live then with the nightmare. And so if we want this to be a different Philadelphia, we can't just have these conversations, but we have to have some real truth telling. So I'm here today, and I appreciate Larry Krasner apologizing because the words were hurtful, but we know that it's more than about what one says. It's ultimately about what one does. And we believe in the vision of the last 4 years of his administration, and we look forward to working with him in the next 4. Thank you.